Did you know over 25 million people in the United States have asthma? When it comes to managing asthma, the focus often remains on medications and avoiding triggers. No one seems to be talking about the role our gut health plays. But the gut has a direct impact on inflammation and immune function, two driving factors in asthma. So, what if by addressing our gut health, we can help reduce the onset, the severity, and the frequency of asthma attacks? Welcome to Follow Your Gut. I'm your host, Juniper. If you found yourself here, it means you're ready to unlock the happiest and healthiest version of yourself and step into your role as the most confident leader of your family's wellness. Together, we'll navigate the path to optimal health and vitality. Let's dive in and transform your life. There is a growing body of evidence that shows the gut and lungs are closely connected. This is really no surprise. Every part of our body is intimately connected to our gut. In fact, the state of your gut microbiome can influence inflammation throughout your entire body, including your lungs. When your gut is out of balance, harmful bacteria and yeast overgrow, which triggers systematic inflammation. This inflammation doesn't just affect your digestion, it impacts how well your body can regulate your immune response in your lungs, which is very important when it comes to asthma. One significant study reveals that the development of infant asthma can be closely linked to microbiome imbalances during the fetal period and early childhood. This is a really important period when both gut and airway microbiomes are establishing themselves. This has a lasting impact on how the immune system develops, maintains, and controls inflammation. In fact, the immune system in a fetus begins forming memory responses to microbes as early as the second trimester. And this development is heavily influenced by the mother's microbiome. This really highlights the importance of maternal microbiome health during pregnancy and birth, as imbalances are passed down to the child not only in the birth canal, but during development. Environmental factors also play a huge role in the shaping of an infant's gut microbiome, which in turn can influence the likelihood of developing asthma. One key factor is the method of birth. Studies show that babies born via cesarean section miss out on important exposure to their mother's vaginal microbiome. This can lead to delayed colonization of important gut bacteria. In fact, cesarean born babies have a 20% higher risk of developing asthma. Without this early exposure, the immune system may not develop the appropriate mechanisms to regulate inflammation, which potentially leads to chronic conditions like asthma. By the way, I will have these studies that I'm sourcing from. I will have them all linked for you in the show notes if you're interested in reading them. Another big issue is the overuse of antibiotics, both during pregnancy and early infancy. The link between antibiotic use and asthma development is particularly concerning given how frequently antibiotics are passed out during pregnancy and early life. They not only kill harmful bacteria, but also eliminate beneficial strains that play such a crucial role in immune system development. These beneficial bacteria are essential for producing short chain fatty acids, which help regulate the immune system and keep inflammation in check. Without adequate levels of these short chain fatty acids, the immune system often becomes overreactive, leading to an increased risk of conditions like asthma. This is why studies consistently show a link between early antibiotic exposure and a higher prevalence of asthma later in childhood. In addition to birth method and antibiotic use, breastfeeding also plays a significant role in shaping a healthy infant microbiome. Breast milk contains prebiotics, which feed beneficial bacteria in your infant. These bacteria are known to support gut health, reduce inflammation, and protect against allergic disease. So much research is showing that direct breastfeeding, as opposed to formula feeding or pumped breast milk, offers the greatest protection against asthma development. Children who are breastfed for at least 4 months have been found to have a significantly lower risk of developing asthma in later childhood. I want to pause really quickly here to acknowledge the reality that not every mama can breastfeed or chooses to. Many mamas have been told by healthcare providers to stop breastfeeding due to maybe allergic reactions, skin rashes, or other health issues in their babies. This advice can be really confusing and disheartening. If you've faced this, it's important to know it's not your fault. The decision to stop breastfeeding is, of course, made out of concern for your child's immediate health. And it's important to feel empowered by your choices and not guilty. It is never too late to heal. This episode isn't just intended for mothers of young children, though. It's important to understand that gut health can be influenced at any stage of life. And the earlier we start supporting the microbiome, the better. But again, it is never too late to heal. Now, let's talk about how environmental factors like toxins, heavy metals, and mold can also play a significant role in both gut and lung health. Toxins found in our environment, such as pollutants, pesticides, and even household cleaners, can disrupt the delicate balance of our gut microbiome. This imbalance, again, can trigger asthma symptoms. Heavy metals that are commonly found in our water, our food, and our air pose a huge risk. Studies have shown that exposure to heavy metals like lead and mercury can adversely affect your gut health by altering the microbiome composition and increasing intestinal permeability. This is also known as leaky gut. When the gut barrier is compromised, toxins and inflammatory substances can enter the bloodstream, which further leads to inflammation in the lungs and the worsening of asthma. Mold exposure is another factor that shouldn't be overlooked. Mold produces mycotoxins that can be inhaled or ingested, which contributes to respiratory issues and inflammation. So, what can you do about these exposures? What can you do to help support yourself if you have asthma, or if your child has asthma, or if you are pregnant and you don't want your child to be one of the growing number, the 25 million plus people that has asthma? What can you do? First, being proactive in minimizing exposure to environmental toxins is really important. This can include using natural plant-based cleaning products or making your own, avoiding processed foods with additives, avoiding GMOs, and ensuring proper ventilation in your home to reduce mold growth. Next, supporting your body's detoxification pathways is really important. This is where my women's and children's gut rebalance kits are pure magic. These kits work synergistically to target harmful bacteria, yeast, mold, and parasites while nurturing the beneficial bacteria. This helps to create an environment where your gut can thrive. And when the gut is functioning optimally, it enhances the liver's ability to process and eliminate toxins, including heavy metals. Whether you're dealing with the effects of antibiotic use, exposure to environmental toxins, or simply looking to better manage your or your child's asthma, the Women's and Children's Gut Rebalance Kits offer a gentle yet effective way to heal your body from the inside out. I hope this episode was incredibly empowering for you. You are the leader of your health. You are the leader of your family. You are your child's biggest advocate. There are zero risks to nurturing your gut health, to restoring your balance, and taking ownership of leading your wellness from the inside out. You've got this. No matter what challenges you are facing, I will say it a million more times, it is never too late to heal. Thank you for joining me in today's episode of Follow Your Gut. If we don't know each other, I'm Juniper Bennett. I'm a homeschooling mama to my 4 children, a dedicated microbiome specialist, certified family health coach, author of the Microbiome Cookbook, and the founder of Only Organics, a supplement and education brand focused on women and children's gut health. Make sure to subscribe to the Nourished newsletter so you never miss an episode. Along with everything else mentioned in today's episode, there is a link for you to subscribe right below in the show notes. Lastly, it's important for you to know that the information shared on this podcast is based on my personal experiences and research. Please always trust your own inner voice of wisdom and your healthcare professional. Until next time.